this this news about people who may can qualify for that because of the fact that they are veterans, and if they're buying a home,
Yeah.
this is perfect for them.
Hmm.
What's going on? What's going on? No countdown. No, it's just me and my sister Bobby. So you get that with four. When it's just us two, the day before Veterans Day, Bobby being an active military well, active, right? Yeah, yeah.
I retired last year.
Well, veteran. Bobby is a veteran. And Veteran Days is coming up. It's coming
Free
up.
food, baby.
Yeah, yeah, man. So Bobby. I know we
Corey,
were talking.
Corey.
I know we was talking, and we were just talking. I was just giving you some insight of what we were sharing. I was sharing with you about the group chat, and in the
Hmm.
group chat, we were talking about what's going on. This was not part of what we were going to talk about today. However, I feel like we could touch on it because it can be able to be some news that you guys can use, because that's what we do on our channel. We give you guys news.
That you can use.
Hey, you already know. It seems like it's easier to do it when it's two people, so nobody
Right? Nobody's talking over each other.
right. But it seems like President Trump is looking to to create the 50-year mortgage program, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and for 50 years, a mortgage, you're gonna have to pay rent anyway. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, or pay for mortgage anyway. But I think it's more geared towards the younger Americans, because for 50 years, you're 21, your house is supposedly be paid off over the course of what you be 71 by the time the mortgage is paid off.
Hmm. Hmm.
My thing about it is this: if I'm 40 and I can go ahead, but I don't know if it's for new home buyers or first time home buyer program, but I'm thinking like this is good to get some investment property,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
You can buy some land, and like I was even thinking about like apartment complex, right? You get a fourplex,
Quadplex. Hmm.
quadplex,
Hmm.
and you know what I'm saying, rent that bad boy out. You already know that it
That's called
already has.
residual income.
There you go. That's where you get your clothes, and
Give
then
me my money.
yeah, and then throw that bad boy in a trust. You know what I'm saying? And that way, you know what I'm saying. Even if it's 50 years, and I'm not even around in 50 years, I pray that I do.
Hmm.
But if I'm not, my kids are still getting that residual income. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
And set those rules in place that nobody can be able to do anything with that property until it's
Right.
paid off. Right?
Hmm.
That way, you'll always have some stability and some source of income coming in.
Hmm.
Right?
And that's good. That's good you mentioned that, because how else are we going to build our legacy unless we start making those generational changes now, right?
Yeah. And I think that is important for those who are in the military. And I do believe that, what is it called? A GI bill that they get where they can buy property. You guys can buy property?
GI Bill is for school.
Okay, no. All right.
No.
But
For purchasing a home, we would use a VA loan.
VA loan, right?
Yes. So a VA loan, there are like stipulations to buying it. The VA is actually strict on the type of properties that you can purchase. They
Okay.
have to be good properties. They're not gonna, take a loan out on a home that's a piece of crap.
Right. Not a fixer upper, right? It got to
No
be.
fixer uppers.
Yeah.
It's got
Can
to
it
be
be?
fully live in.
Can it be like a quadruplex where you can be able to?
No,
No, it can't be anything that has income in.
no.
But it's still, you're getting a piece of the pie, of this American pie, and you don't have to worry about fluctuating because of the fact that rent fluctuates um, when there's crisis in the economy, right?
Yeah,
Because
rent can fluctuate if the taxes on the property that's being rented go up. That's going to cause your landlord to have to pay more in property taxes, which increases the rent.
right, and then I'm also thinking about like some people just like, what is it called? I don't know what it is, where
What word are you looking for?
when your rent goes up every year or every other
That's
year?
that's like an adjustable rate. So it's similar to what we would call like on the in the mortgage side, like an ARM. It's an adjustable rate mortgage,
Oh, okay.
um, which isn't something that you want. So pretty much you're gonna have like the same rate for the first 5 years,
Yeah.
and then whatever the rates are after that, it can go up. I would never encourage somebody to get an ARM unless you're doing like a very temporary property, like maybe a fixer upper that you intend
To
to
flip before that 5.
sell, 2, 3 years down the road, an arm isn't gonna matter.
Yeah.
But for somebody like I own the property that I'm going to be living in for the rest of my life, um, hopefully,
Yeah. No, no,
with
you are.
God,
You know?
so like, God willing, but, I have a fixed rate. A
Right.
fixed rate is what you want, so I know that regardless of what the market looks like, my rate's gonna stay the same. Market goes down, great, then you have the ability to refinance after you've been in your current rate status for, I believe it's a year.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I know for rent, for people who have rent, I think it's called rent protection, where it protects
Mhm,
them from their rent going up. Hold on one
mhm.
second. Uh, where is that? Because I hear my daughter coming up and she about to try
Uh-oh.
to board the room. Hold on. But in the meantime, we still live, so you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk on this bad boy because I know she
Well,
will come.
for everybody who has joined the show, we appreciate you all, tuning in. Give us a like, make sure to comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a friend. We are definitely a, veteran support, group, as Corey was saying in the beginning, technically speaking, giving you news you can use. We often bring in different topics, whether it be entertainment, maybe a tad bit in the political realm, but we try to keep it as a independent, unbiased, opinions and stuff to make sure that we give everybody room to be able to, feel like they have a place at the table, which we all
Yeah,
do.
definitely.
And again, we thank you for joining, and shout out to all of our veterans. If you're listening, we appreciate you, everything that you do. We appreciate your spouses because they are the warriors behind the scenes. I know there have been times where my husband has to hold it down. On my very first appointment, I got a call from my first sergeant the day before Easter. And
Oh,
I'm a very devout Christian. You don't mess with Easter. Easter is the holiest of days in my calendar.
right.
And the day before Easter, I'm shopping at Walmart for my kids' baskets and stuff. I always get my girls something. And I get a call from my first sergeant. And he says, "Hey, have you seen your email?" And I'm sitting over here like, "No, am I supposed to?" He says, "You got orders. I need you to be in Dallas tomorrow morning at 08." Mind you, it was like 5:30, 6 o'clock at this time. So you're talking less than 16 hours, and I had to be in a deployment ready status in a different part of
Wow.
the state. And so, we had to make very, very quick decisions. It wasn't something we were prepared for.
Right.
Uh, my orders were for over, a year, so we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know. You never know.
You
You've
just
got to be ready. And to a lot of times, shout out to our women veterans for sure because there's while there are very few women in the military. But on top of that, there are very few, non-traditional households like my own where I serve in the military and my husband does not. And so when, we get called up, we show up for duty, hoping and believing, right, the person that we've married is going to be able to hold down the fort while we're gone. And that's exactly what happens. We continue to hold it down. And, we just have to shuffle our lives around quite a bit. And so my husband stepped up as soon as I got home. He grabbed the keys to the car and he went to go get an oil change, make sure the tires rotated because I was about to drive 4.5 hours to
man.
the Dallas area very early in the morning. So obviously I didn't get to go to church, which was a bummer. I listened on the way there, but it is not the same.
No.
And so we had to make some very, very quick decisions. So appreciate every single military spouse because they're the ones, on the behind the scenes where my husband's taking care of our girls while I'm gone. And, we just kind of have a non-traditional household and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, just military spouses holding it down. Troopers.
Holding it down for us.
Mhm. No, appreciate every bit of it.
And this episode is actually dedicated to the likes of our veterans because
Mhm.
tomorrow is Veterans Day. Um, so if you reaching listening to us on the rebroadcast, that was Tuesday, which was Veterans Day. Today is Monday, In the meantime, in between time, took the liberty to look up some things that veterans can take advantage of, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got 25, okay? 25 places.
Woo!
Right?
That's a lot.
So we're going to run through these 25. But go ahead. You had a question, Bobby?
Caveat, this varies state to state. And,
it does. Oh, I got it.
Business to business. Okay, all right.
I got it. All right. So number 1, free entry to all U.S. national parks on Veterans Day. But everybody gets in free. But veterans obviously gets in first, right? Because we're we saluting you guys for the service that you guys provided for us, for the freedoms that we have. Thank you. Veterans, number 2, veterans and Gold Star families can get a free lifetime pass to the federal lands year round. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yes.
See? Learn something new every day that somebody already else knew. Nobody knew that. I didn't know that.
See, in Texas, it's like that. So we get a Texas Parks Pass. So veterans actually have access to all of the state parks in Texas, where they do require an entry fee. As long as you have your Veterans Pass that you actually have to go and get at a state park, you can get in free all year.
There it is.
And we also get a hunting and fishing license for free, baby.
Hey,
if you do that.
So that means you can get some free fish if you know how to fish.
Hey, you can feed a man or you could teach a man. Okay.
Hey, if you teach a man to fish, he won't go hungry. Mm-hmm. Number 3, what you can get is some free clips. And I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about haircuts. You get free haircuts and a free haircut card at Sports Clips.
Sports Clips, okay.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. And I do believe because ChatGPT gave me 2 of the same ones, I'm assuming Supercuts is going to be on there too. Don't quote me on this, boy, because I ain't said ish, okay? If you know what
it varies.
Yeah,
the little disclaimer, it varies, okay? Call ahead. If you're not sure, call ahead.
Okay? Number 5, get a free car wash at many locations via Grace for Vets. Some chains may be applied. You know what I'm doing? No, you can't. Thank you. Close the door behind you. Love you. See, you got kids. And look, she already on the film. Bye. Okay. Tell your sister. Thank you. Thank you, coming. Bye.
I saw the same thing today for the car washes at Express Car Wash and the Wash Tub, which is a big one down here.
Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Which one was it again? You said a big
wash tub?
Wash tub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a big red barn. It's always got a lot of people working. And then I think it's like Express Car Wash, something like that.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Now, look, if y'all know some other places, make sure you put it in the chat. You can put it in the text. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Shout out to Don_Rump. Hey, isn't he a co-host?
Man, guy. What's up, Dr. Poole?
What's up, Dr. Poole? All right. Starbucks. You get a free tall, hot, or ice brewed coffee for veterans.
Your girl does not like Starbucks.
And spouse. You better tell Val.
Val don't drink coffee. However, let me give a huge shout out to Dutch Bros. I am a huge Dutch Bros fan. They are giving away a free coffee too, but Dutch Bros actually gives military discount on the daily. Make sure to ask your barista car hop whenever you go and order your drink.
I ain't mad at you, Dutch Bros. Mm-hmm. Huh? I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and I don't think they're in Cali. No.
Really?
Yeah.
So their medium is the size of a venti, but the medium that I get is $5, and it's the size of a venti at Starbucks. That's $8. Look, that's $3 in this economy. I'm just saying.
Inflation. But guess what? You can go over and get your coffee, and then you can get you a Krispy Kreme donut because you get free donuts of choice and a small coffee for veterans and service members. So if you still in, go to KK, not the third one, KK Krispy Kremes, and get you
Kim Kardashian
and donuts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dodgers. I just wanted to say that again because you can go to Denny's and get a free original Grand Slam. You see how I did that? That just I opened together. Denny's, Denny's will give you a free Grand Slam for being a veteran. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that Denny's is 24 hours, but it starts at 5 a.m. and it ends at noon. So you technically only got 7 hours to get your free Grand Slam, but ain't nobody working tomorrow. And I know there's like 4 different Denny's like in my location, in my area. So have at it. Go ahead, go to one, go to the other. You know what I'm saying? 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you got you breakfast and lunch. You know what I'm saying? But IHOP, you can bounce over to IHOP. IHOP is on the way.
I know what they got.
Oh, you go ahead. Don't let me spoil the fun. Go ahead.
Right. Tell me if I'm wrong. They got the red, white, and blue pancake combo.
They sure do.
All right. Okay.
And I don't know what's red or what's blue or what's white.
It's strawberries, whipped cream, and blueberries.
Hey, that's what's up.
So if you're allergic to any of those berries, please don't partake.
Please don't. Or don't get those on your thing. Just
but enjoy those cakes, baby. You deserve them.
Cake. Gmo, what's good? I see he said get those free meals. You already know, man. Shout out to Gmo. He's our other co-host. Seems like they can be on the ground, but they can't be on the stream. What's up with that? I'm just messing with you. They got that.
We're just calling people out, huh?
Call them out. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Y'all know I do. And yeah, Gmo is a veteran too. So shout out to Gmo.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Appreciate you.
But moving on, shout out to them Cowboys. Woo woo. Texas Roadhouse. You see what I did there. Free meal voucher on November 11th.
I do. I always hit up Texas Roadhouse and Bubba's 33. I don't know if y'all have them in California, but they are like sister companies or sister franchises. Both Bubba's 33 and Texas Roadhouse give out gift vouchers, which is phenomenal. If anybody from Texas Roadhouse ever sees this, I appreciate y'all so much because other places force you have to come in between a 2 or 3 hour time window to sit down to enjoy a free meal, which is great. But when the line is out the door, it's going to take you 3 hours just to get a seat.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for sure. Handing out those vouchers is excellent. Time saving allows me to come back at a time later. I can bring my family with me. So.
Hey, you know what? You said it made sense because like Denny's, what's up with that? 7 hours? What if the soldier only served the country 7 hours? What if you know what I'm saying? Just give it to them for the whole. I say, hey, November veteran.
Man, this thing hurts. Hurts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, show them again, Bobby. Show them again. Make it a thumbnail. Take a picture.
In case you can't see, it says these colors don't run, baby. I got my battle flag for the day that I die.
Hey.
I'm bleeding red, white, and blue.
Red.
You can't see my shirt, but it says death before dishonor.
Love it. That sounds like a gangbanger. Death before dishonor. I've seen that in a couple gang movies. I'm not gonna say which one. However, Gmo
ours is kind of like a gang. We got our own little cult following happening.
Hey, nothing wrong with a cult following as long as you lead them to Jesus. I'm just playing.
Or into battle,
The battle of Jesus. If you die, you're gonna see him. So one way or the other, you get to see him either long run or short run. Applebee's, they got free entrees from a special menu. Okay, Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many Applebee's over where I'm at because LA, their main focus is Chili's, and Chili's you get free meals select items as well. So Applebee's, Chili's.
Chili's started hating last year.
Did they?
Yeah, because for the last few years we've been able to kind of slip in through the back door through their little to-go area. And like, hey, don't worry, I got you. Okay, yep, you're better than me. I got you. I'll be back out in a minute. I got some curbside delivery and I'm on my way. But now they're like, no, go through the front door. Get out of my line.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like that.
Where is the love?
Real.
Tap in. Tell us what we need. Tell us why. I want any of these chains that y'all hear. Make sure y'all at them and tell them Corey wants the story. Bobby wants the lie. Let us know the skills so we can be able to get the thrill so we can pay some bills. And if you already know what I'm talking about, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend because we giving you news
that you can use.
Now let's go ahead and swing back to some of these giveaways because you know who's next?
Hmm.
Olive Garden.
Mm,
And
yeah.
they give you a free entree, typically with a super salad, right? So you gotta
Yes.
buy a soup or salad. They usually give you the super salad for free,
No,
but
you don't have to buy. You don't have to buy that. Olive Garden actually started doing better about 2 years ago, so
okay.
they're fairly new on that list. But I think theirs is from a select menu too. I think you
Okay.
get the choice of maybe 5 or 6 entrees, and it does come with the super salad.
Hey,
It's
you
just
know
so
what?
good.
I'm gonna tell you like right now, when every time I go to Olive Garden, I'll be like, you know what? Can I get an extra one of them salads to go? It's free with the meal. I mean, like, why not?
I'm not.
It's good
I
to me.
get my soup to go.
Oh,
Get my
don't
soup
buy
to
the
go.
unlimited soup because I'd be like, can I get this one? Then I slide it over to my kid. I'm like, tell me what it tastes. I'm like, you know what? Let me get that one too. It's unlimited. I don't understand why y'all say it's unlimited, but come to the table a lot less when it's unlimited when you normally just do it. I don't know. You already get my drift. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Yeah.
everybody that's viewing us online. Peace. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Let's make this 300. Next, Golden Corral. Free dinner during Military Appreciation Night. So that's how you got to go between 4 and close.
So the Golden Corral here.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you don't know and if you're new to the show and you are not familiar with San Antonio is considered Military City, USA.
Hey,
So because we have several bases located, here in San Antonio, we have a very heavy DoD presence
right.
here, and so we get a lot of love in the San Antonio area for sure.
That's what's
And so be on the lookout. Do your Google search for your local areas. But all right, what's next?
up. I'm just saying, look. You made a good point. Plus, not everybody know that we are not in the same state. You're in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm in Gardena, California, aka Los Angeles, Compton, California, right
Mhm.
on the corner.
Oh,
Um,
we were talking about Golden Corral. Here
Golden-
it's here it's 4 to close, and it's a free adult buffet and a drink.
nice.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Shoot, let's eat. Let's eat, baby. Let's eat. Um, moving on. Red Lobster, free shrimp and chips. Right. Um, there's nothing wrong with that, but I hope some cheddar biscuits come along with that. You
I
gonna go
think
to
they closed the Red Lobsters here. If I'm not
oh,
mistaken.
not in LA because they got one in Torrance,
Mm-hmm.
Inglewood. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know where the rest of them
Go
are.
get your shrimp. Go
Go
get your shrimp.
get your shrimp and
Get your
chips,
shrimp.
and make sure you get some of them cheddar biscuits because them cheddar biscuits is lit. If y'all like them cheddar biscuits, tap in. Tell me what you think. What do y'all do with it? Some people like, you know what I'm saying. They take that salad they get and they put some probably a shrimp with that unlimited shrimp and unlimited biscuits and make you a biscuit and shrimp sandwich. Look, I'm just telling you how to maximize your enterprise. All right, so moving right along. Red Robin, you get a free Red's Big Tavern burger with bottomless fries. I
Y'all
wonder.
have Red Robins out there?
Heck yeah, we got a Red
Oh,
Robin. We
okay.
got a
The
couple
Red
of them.
Robin's really good. Really, really good.
Let me tell you a story about Red Robin. When I worked inside the Galleria Mall at T-Mobile up there, right?
Mhm.
I would go down to Red Robin and eat like right. I wouldn't even go to lunch. I'll just go when I'm off of work and I eat there and just chill, digress from the day. And you got bottomless fries and you got the game on TV. It's like you can't lose. So you can watch it. Well, if your team losing, then it's not that good. But you know what I'm saying? Let me move right along because we only at number 16 and we got more to show.
Let's go.
So like I think I mentioned, in state parks, free day use admission for the service members, veterans, and families at 140 parks, 40 plus parks. That's in California, but I know there's more parks in Texas.
Mhm.
Washington State, you get a Discover Pass. No Discover Pass needed on November 11th. That's tomorrow. I'm thinking in my head like,
Mhm.
what's the date? Mount Vernon in Virginia, free admission for active duty, former or retired military. Boom. There you have it. Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in California, free museum and Air Force One pavilion admission for veterans on November 11th. George Washington Bush. I'm sorry. George.
Sorry.
I'm moving too fast. George W. Bush Presidential Museum, free admission for all visitors on November 11th. Veterans Day.
I'm gonna
Public.
keep my comments to myself. I'm gonna stop.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Let me know. Let me know. I know I'm moving too fast. Because I'm here and then I'm here. I'm here and then I'm here. I'm here and then I'm here. Right?
Oh, let's get back to the food.
The
What else
food.
we got?
The food. Publix. 10% off groceries for veterans, active military, and families.
Oh, that's cool.
That's not bad.
I don't think we have Publix here.
Yeah, there's one somewhere out here in Southern Cal.
Oh, not here. HEB runs Texas, so like we
Okay.
talked
What is
about.
HE? What is that?
HEB is a major grocery chain here in Texas, and it's run by, believe it or not, the Butt family. And so
Okay.
HEB stands for Henry Edward Butts.
Okay.
And so they ran Butt Grocery for the longest time and changed it to HEB, and they seriously run the grocery game here in Texas.
That's what's up.
They are a huge employer. They give great benefits to their employees. They have good medical, dental, vision, 401k plans. I don't even work for them, but they are one of the top employers in all of the U.S.
Well, and you said HEB, right?
It looks like Heb.
Yeah, Heb. Shout out to Heb.
Shout out to Heb.
I know a DJ Head, but I know shout out to Heb. You know what I'm saying? The Butt family. You know,
I think I had told y'all too in a previous episode. Anytime there's a disaster, HEB is the first one on site. First one on site all the time too. They're doing stuff. I think HEB donated over $1 million just recently in gift cards for people to come and shop there to come and get food who were receiving SNAP benefits and whose families might be hurting for food. So,
nice.
Yeah, HEB did that.
So we got 23, 24, 25. We got Target 10%, Academy Sports Outdoors 10%, and I said it again, but chat don't be listening to me. National Parks admission. I probably said it 3 times this episode, one way or the other. But yeah, National Parks free admission. So guess what? That's what we doing. You know what? Ain't nothing wrong with getting a lot of free stuff, right? Especially when you serve. Because it costs a lot of time to serve, right? It's like you can't get that time back, and thank God that you served and you was able to come home. So I want to say to all the veterans on the call, driving, supposed to be here or not, I'm just messing with you. We appreciate you. The whole TS, technically speaking, news family appreciates you and for what you do for our service. Bobby. So, what we got going on next? Talk to us, because I think I spent a little bit long time than what I was expecting.
Not even. For your local area, if you are a veteran, I encourage you to Google the discounts in your local area. Go get all of that free food, man. If you're local to San Antonio, a couple of spots is Little Caesars. Their pizza place. I don't know if y'all got Little Caesars over there.
Oh, we do. Little Caesars.
Okay. So Little Caesars gives the lunch pizza, which is really good. It's a deep dish. It's 4 pieces of pizza, but listen to me, it feeds 2 people. I kid you not. And you get a 20-ounce soda. And that's a quick walkout. There's nowhere to eat, so it's great. It's grab and go. It's perfect. Your local San Antonio too. If you know Bill Miller's Barbecue. So Bill Miller's Barbecue, we eat there quite a bit. We did after church yesterday. We eat Bill Miller's a lot in my house.
Okay.
Like a lot. And they are giving out I think combo meals 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7, which okay, I could name every single one of those meals and exactly what they are, what they come with. I'm not going to, but listen, go get some free barbecue because come on now, who doesn't like some free barbecue, right?
Look, if I can get free barbecue, I pay for some barbecue, but if I can get it for free, I'm gonna get some barbecue. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm a veteran and do it though, but I'm gonna take a friend.
I hear you. Every once in a while too, I think because different Chick-fil-A's are locally owned. At one point, I know we could get a free chicken sandwich. You didn't get a whole meal, but I will absolutely take some Lord's chicken for free.
I will too. You know what I'm saying? And then you probably if you got use a barcode scanner, they probably give you free fries after so many purchases. Might as well just walk away with a combo. Get a combo from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Might as well, right? Okay. So
tell us what's next.
So we're gonna cover another quick topic. I hope somebody gets something out of this, whatever it is. If you need help getting your resume translated into a professional look for your civilian career to come after you get out, or even if you just want to touch up, because hey, sometimes we just need a touch up. I encourage you to get a hold of me. I do resume writing for free for veterans. You can find me at bobby.lopez.5 on Instagram, or just find me on Bobby Lopez on Facebook. There ain't nothing shady, nothing fake going on. The first Bobby Lopez that you see coming up is probably going to be me. Reach out to me. I'd be more than happy. Make sure to send me an email with your resume and what it is that you're looking for. And I will make sure to translate whatever military skills and knowledge that you have into what the algorithm will pick up for the type of work that you're looking for outside of the military. And so, speaking of work outside of the military, I just wanted to take a quick sec to show you kind of the difference in like what it might say on a military resume compared to what we would be looking for on the civilian side in a resume.
Okay.
So, um, for an for a logistics specialist, right? This is typically Corinne, I know you won't know this, but the MOS is a 92 Yankee. The 92 series are the logistics MOSs. It's a military occupational specialty. That's your JOB. Your MOS is your JOB.
Okay. And
And
MOS is one more time.
military occupational specialty.
Boom. There you go. Yo, mas.
I have two MOSs. So when I joined in 2007, because I got out last year, so I had served almost 18 years. I came in 2007 as a civil affairs specialist. So civil affairs is a very small part of the Army. We are part of USA KPOC, and
Did you say what?
USA. I'm sorry, USA KPOC,
Okay.
USACAPOC, U.S. Army Civil
Okay.
Affairs,
I thought
Psychological
you said
Operations
Demon
Command,
Slayer.
Airborne.
Girl, I
Airborne?
thought you said Demon Slayer K-pop. I was like, hold on. I
No,
didn't
sir.
see that branch in
No,
the
sir.
military.
USA KPOC. Um, And so in 2011, I got the opportunity to reclass. And so we had positions opening up in my civil affairs battalion and stuff, and for an electronic warfare officer. Thankfully, I had a commander who enjoyed my go getter attitude, which I did. I was very task oriented. If anything needed to get done, I was there to get it done. And I think because of that, I was willing to step up and make some changes and everything. And because of that, my commander took notice and he says, "I think this would be a good switch for you." So in
Nice.
2011, I reclassed out of Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and I held the MOS 17 Echo for the last 11 years of my service. And so yeah, so electronic warfare. I stopped,
Yeah.
stop IEDs going off using electronic frequencies. We have different. Um,
So you were saving lives, because you said IEDs. When I think IEDs, because I
it's a
watch a lot
bomb.
of, yeah, there you go.
Mhm,
I watch a lot of FBI, right? And they
mhm.
use those terms. And when you say IEDs, I was like, this serious. Hold on, please.
So
Explain.
we programmed the machines that sat inside of Humvees. These machines would emit an electronic frequency that would create kind of a bubble. If you were in an open environment, it would create a bubble. It was harder to do if you're going in between buildings. But what would happen is if this this machine would detect enemy frequencies, and if an enemy frequency tried to detonate an ID in the area, it would cut that communication off. It's called electronic jamming. So it would jam that signal going from that electronic device to that IED. And
Nice.
so it would give it kind of a bubble to get out of there. While nothing is perfect, the intent is to, in fact, save lives.
Got you.
Oftentimes communications would go down, but because I don't get to talk about my job a lot, what I do for the Space Force, I think that me kind of giving you an idea of what I did in the military translates to kind of what I do on the civilian side, but in a different sector.
Oh, wow.
Um, but so there's all sorts of cool stuff. But kind of going back to what I was talking about, so the 92 Yankee is the Army Logistics Specialist. And just to give you a quick idea, if you had a military resume and you told somebody that you managed a supply chain operations for a battalion of 600 personnel, You're like, wow, that sounds great. But when we translate it onto the civilian side, you could say, hey, I directed day-to-day operations for the supply chain and inventory, supporting 600 personnel across multiple locations.
Got you. So
So
you're
you're still getting
like a division director.
no,
No. Okay.
mm,
All right.
no.
I was just trying to think like operations. You know.
No, so, like, our logistics folks are the people who, help get, equipment out to soldiers. They do a lot of the transporting of equipment from, like, training locations back to the home duty station locations and stuff like that. It takes a lot of people because you're dealing with the millions of dollars worth of assets to get them transported and to hand
Wow.
them off to soldiers. So your paperwork has to be in order. Your hand receipts absolutely need to be in order. Managing the databases full of everybody's inventory and equipment, it does take a lot. And so being able to translate what you do in the military on the civilian side might make a difference between you getting a job or you getting passed up. So
Oh
it's
wow.
important that we're translating our skills in a manner that the algorithm can pick up to ensure that we get that next interview because that's what we want. We want our veterans to come off the field, come off the lines, and be ready to jump into a civilian career if that's something that you want to do. And so we're here to support that and make sure that you have a smooth transition if possible. So if you are in need of resources, I encourage you to reach out to us here at Technically Speaking. We have a couple of veterans here as co-hosts that can possibly help get you pointed in the right direction. So should you need food assistance in the future or anything, even help with rent or utilities, there are local charities that will help veterans to make sure that you and your family are taken care of.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because of the fact that, I think a lot of people don't know what they qualify for, especially veterans, right? Because even
Mhm.
their spouse qualify for some of the same benefits, right?
Yes. Yes.
You know, and you don't know what you don't know. But when somebody you do know that is in that particular field, reach out and ask. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
for extending that offer, Bobby, to letting those know that hey, you have a resume, you know that you're transitioning from military to civilian life. That's pretty much. Am I saying this in right terms?
Yeah, you are. I
Yeah.
think one of the biggest issues we deal with in the military is our pride. We don't wanna let somebody know we're hurting or we're struggling, because we live in the mentality of "suck it up and figure it out." That really is. But let me tell you, let me be the first person if you've never heard this, that doesn't work on the outside of the uniform. And that sure as hell don't work on the inside either. Don't let them get you thinking that because that's the mentality we stay in for a long time. Don't let that pride, take control over you and stop you from your blessings coming because that's what's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
okay to ask for help. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're not perfect. Ain't nobody 100%.
And plus, you serve this country with your life, right? You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? There's some that didn't make it back from, deployment. And we want
Mhm.
to, honor that. We want to honor
Mhm.
that. We want to honor those who have made it back. You guys are the backbone of this country. This country doesn't run without the
Mhm.
sacrifices you guys made. And I
We are
will,
the 1% for a reason.
yeah. And I will say that over and over and over because of the fact that that's the reason why we're able to have such freedoms. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Quick shout out to my sister, Samantha Perez. Staff Sergeant Perez is at Fort Rucker, Alabama right now. She is currently I don't know if it's called reclassing, but she's currently going through warrant officer candidate school, which is not easy by any
Okay.
means. It's very difficult. And so she's doing big things right now. And so my sister got in, I think, like 2 or 3 years after I did. And so I come from a family of actually all female veterans. Believe it or not, my mom is a veteran. My
Awesome.
dad is an Air Force veteran. My mom's Army. My sister and my cousin, all females. All of us are all Army. So
Nice.
third generation. I don't know if my kids will be, but look, we're trying to set the example of what we do. We love our nation and stuff, and we want to make sure that people know we love
Yeah.
America. We love this country. We love the freedoms that we have, daily, and let's not take them for granted because there is no other country like the United States. There is no other document like the United States Constitution that grants you the freedoms that you have daily.
Right.
Nowhere else in the world will you find that type of freedom. unless you know Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. That's a whole different type of freedom, but that's another time.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
for
Look,
another time.
and you know what? I like that, and I think you know what I'm saying because of the fact that we know tomorrow is Veterans Day. We want it to be honorable and respectable to our viewers, and plus us as well, to make sure that this doesn't be this episode will just we didn't want to leave y'all with anything because we had some info and some news that you can use. But we're not going to be here too much longer. We just for today, we just wanted to be able to touch y'all, feel y'all.
Mhm.
When I say touch y'all, it's like see you with your eyes. With my eyes, I can see you. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, right? A veteran's life. That's the last topic, and I don't want it to be too long. But Bobby, I want you to just give some, if you don't mind, sharing a little bit of your story about being a veteran. Just a little that you feel comfortable to share.
Some
And
days are harder than others.
yeah.
Sometimes being I was telling my daughter about this. I talked to my 16-year-old a lot about real stuff. I use my trauma as a tool because it is. Um, it helps direct my steps in parenting because oftentimes we are heavily outnumbered. We're heavily outnumbered in the military. When I went to my MOS school, my AIT at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, airborne, I showed up to 33 people and there was only 6 females. So
Mm.
there's not a lot of us. There's not a lot of us. When I showed up to my electronic warfare school, there was me and one other female on the other side of the room in a room of 34 men.
Wow.
That's it. Heavily outnumbered on all sides. And so we represent a small, very small minority in the military. And I would encourage women veterans out there because I can't speak for men, although I know it happens. Always be mindful of your surroundings. Don't believe everything everybody says, and just because they have a higher rank on their chest doesn't mean shit. At the end of the day,
Mm.
if they're telling you something wrong, and even if you're not sure, don't ever feel like you need to be pressured into doing something that you know for a fact isn't right. I am a snitch, and I will tell you that all day long. And I don't mind if you do something stupid. It might take me a minute, but somebody's going to know because you're not going to try to force me into ending my life because you got embarrassed because you did something stupid.
Mm. You know what? I don't. I think I don't see that wrong being a snitch. I would say I am a self accountability person because I
Mhm.
will tell on you. I am not in that snitch culture. I am not a gangster. I am a civilian. I tell 911 is on speed dial for a reason.
So, like, I remember I was telling you, like, we're kind of like our own little cult. It's not always a good thing because I've kind of talked. I've maybe like brushed across it on the show and stuff, but because I said something to somebody who was a lot higher than me, I almost had my career ended because I was seen as mentally incompetent and crazy. I got my weapon taken away from me. I was in the process of getting my clearance taken away from me, all because I said something,
Mm,
all because I told.
wow.
And thank God it took a little over a year, but I had 2 people in my corner who had my back,
Mhm.
who believed me, and I was reprimanded for telling on somebody who was higher ranking than me, and it almost destroyed my career. And this was only 2 years into the career.
Oh wow.
And so it's just I'm learning. I'm growing through it. I've told y'all before I'm going through a trauma class put on by my church called Reboot, and it's where we're taking biblical practice and learning to pull those things up because we're digging things out of my past that have been buried for such a long, long time.
Mm.
And so, believe it or not, I'm actually graduating from my Reboot class. It's like a 13-week kind of boot camp. We're almost done.
Congratulations.
We're almost done. So I'll be graduating here in a few weeks, and it's a lot. This Wednesday is going to be a lot for me. I was asked to provide testimony in front of a group of people and stuff, and you'd be surprised once you get with a group of veterans how normal your story sounds when you start comparing traumas. You realize you're not alone, and
Right.
you weren't. wanted to walk the road.
Wow.
So um, people don't know it. I can't find them. I've been looking for these people for years. There are two people who I credit me still having been able to be in the military because they believed me. One of them was Major Bryant. He was my supportive JAG officer who represented me, and the other person was Colonel Arthur Baker. He's a full bird colonel in the Civil Affairs Brigade that I was in, and he went to bat for me. He believed me, and when the investigation completed, there were 3 other girls who came forward with a similar story as mine, but they chose not to because they saw what was happening to me.
Wow.
Do not be that female for the love of God. Do not. If
Mm.
you know damn well you're going through something and you see something bad happening to another female, like freaking say something. Let them know that they're not alone and come forward with your story because can you imagine how many women have been silenced?
Yeah.
Kicked out of the military for telling on people, and that never fixes the problem.
Right.
Never. All you've done is shift that problem onto other females. Can you imagine the trauma that you've just, allowed to happen because we didn't say something? You've got to. You've really got to speak up. Be an advocate for yourself. Use your voice. God gave it to you for a reason.
Mm. And on that note, I want to thank you, Bobby, for sharing
Sure.
because hopefully someone out in our sphere that's listening, that's watching, have the courage to speak up. Because, like I said, a veteran's life is not the same as a civilian's life. Because although you're facing challenges, not just in the military, not just being deployed, not just sometimes in the battlefield, but even sometimes around your peers that you are. So, again, hopefully when you guys come back home, you find a safe place to land and the tools that the VA has are out there that you can use. Like Bobby said, you see something, you say something. If
Mhm.
something happens to you, speak up. Um, if you hearing this, make sure you find a way to get in contact with Bobby, just so that way, you know what I'm saying. If you need somebody to bend the ear, she can relate. You can bend my ear. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure, but I'll listen. I'll listen and offer you prayer. But Bobby can probably offer you a little bit more because she is the one who's experienced things. And I always say we go through things for others, not just for ourselves. Right?
Mhm.
And on top of that, at the end of that, we about to sign off on this bad boy. I'm gonna let y'all have the rest of this Monday because in California it's 5:54, and I know it's 7:54 where you at. Monday Night Football is probably already started. You know what I'm
It
saying?
has. It has. But we are in a bye week. You know what?
Yeah.
Prayers for Marshawn Nealon's family of
Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys. If y'all don't
Yeah.
know, he passed away suddenly, and
Hmm.
very sad. Very, very sad.
Very sad. Very sad.
Prayers for the Nealon
Um,
family.
and yeah, that has to hurt.
Yeah,
Get
for
some.
sure.
If you know somebody who's going through something, help them.
Mhm.
Sometimes an ear can go a long way. Sometimes a talk can go a long way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the circumstances or the situations. I see what's out there in the media. I don't trust the media. But what I can say is this: a young man who, prior days to dying by suicide, literally scored a touchdown, his first touchdown. Do you know what type of that excitement that comes on you with that? Just
Mhm.
for something a couple days later has to happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, get you a community, reach out.
Mhm.
And on that note, Bobby, go ahead and tell the people what they can get from you.
I own Patriot Restorations here in the San Antonio area. We service a few different counties surrounding Bexar County. And basically, we focus primarily on water mitigation damage. We will work with you and your insurance to make sure that your home is properly taken care of to prevent any mold from coming up if you end up having water damage somewhere along the lines. Give me a call at why don't you go ahead and message me on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm
Bobby
about to
Hope.
say we're
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna put
put
my
her
number out
down.
there.
If
We
you
ain't
about to
about to
say
do
something,
that.
I was gonna like, wait. What's a better
However,
way they can get?
I was like, we are missing a co-host, Donald Rump, also known as Dr. Pool. You can find him in the Los Angeles area for all of your pool and spa services. Make sure to hit up our brother and our close friend.
Yeah,
Give him some love and make sure that if you know somebody, say, help him out.
help them out.
Donald Rump, Dr. Pool.
HBO,
Go find him.
help a brother
Mhm.
out.
Help a brother out. Yep, nothing wrong with that. Let's focus on community, right?
Yes,
Let's focus
yes.
on community.
And you know this your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. If you are in need of starting your own podcast or want to get some digital products, go ahead, send me a direct message. Everything is in the description. Or if it's not, just go ahead and make a comment on the post. I'm pretty much monitoring all these comments to make sure that if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, or need some issues or information, I'll reach out to you guys. Just go ahead, comment on there. And my brother from another mother that get down like no other, Gmo, he's busy handling his stuff, and I'm going to just leave it at that. Love my bro, love my other bro, love you, sis, Bobby. You guys have a wonderful night. Good night. And look, one more thing. Like,
Huh?
comment, subscribe. I can't do an S. Wait a minute, where it is? Subscribe. Tell a friend that we out. Peace.
Peace. Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day. Wait, there you go.